defense, and Coach Furr does like to press as well. What kind of defensive sets are you looking for from them this time?
Same thing. I think what they did the last time, I don't think they were as aggressive as they normally were. And I think they're probably thinking about our post play. But I think they'll go all out. I think they'll pressure us. I think they'll trap us. I think they will try to speed us up and force us to, turn the ball over. So I think we'll see a lot more pressure than we did the first time around.
How do you think Ty will handle that as she's kind of stepped into the starting point guard role?
Well, I think, with what we've done over the past two days, I think she'll be ready for, that kind of pressure. I think we're going to put her in positions where, she has outlets. I think that's the most important thing, to make whoever's being trapped feel comfortable in the trap and knowing their teammates are going to be where they need them to be.
In the days after the Duke game, y'all talked a lot about defense and how that loss kind of spurred you to continue to focus on this. After the Tennessee game, was it communication? Was it calling plays on the bench? Like you mentioned, has there been any one thing out of Tennessee that's kind of you guys specifically worked on since then?
Yeah, just not thinking about Tennessee. I think it can weigh you down. Yeah. I don't want, we didn't want the loss to weigh us down. We did, however, talk about, the point guards and what they need to call. I think sometimes when it's loud in here, you forget about what we do in different situations. So we watch film. We actually had our point guards write down, certain sets that we want to run when you see a certain type of defense, and we just lost that, in that moment.
Don, with that being said, do you tap in to people who know how to play point guard, like a Khadijah Sessions or somebody like that?
Well, we know Khadijah. We're missing her a lot because she's a 3-year starter, and her energy, her ability to control and manage. She's been around our program since she's left and come back from playing overseas. So she's always another mouthpiece for us and for our point guards to just gain some knowledge on, how to have some success in our league.
Dawn, 5 games left in the SEC. Do you start talking about standings and title scenarios with the team?
I don't know. They're not a team. They're not a team in which they see the big picture, and I'm not gonna give it to them. I think we want to take one game at a time. They do, however, want to win. They want to be regular season champions. They want to win the tournament, but that's as big as it gets. I don't think they go by, looking at who's doing what, who's playing what. Coaches do. Obviously, we want to see what matchups, what gives us the best opportunity. We win out when we share. That's the best we can do at this point.
Do you even remind them to stay in the moment and not look to what's beyond Auburn and what's next?
I really don't have to say that because they're not a team that starts talking about what happens next week, or they're just trying to get through the practice. They're just trying to get through the day. They're just trying to get through the next the next play. So no. I think when we talk about just what happens in the next 7 days, that becomes a part of it, but it's not. We don't put a big emphasis on it.
After the loss, 2 road games, it could have been rough, but y'all handled those.
Y'all still talking about the loss?
No.
Y'all haven't gotten over it. Okay, I got it.
You don't
okay.
you guys don't lose much, so we have nothing to talk about.
I was really talking about what happened after with the 2 road wins and 2 convincing wins on the road. How proud were you of your team for what they did after that?
I was proud of our team, against Tennessee. I was proud of our team, how we responded. Still proud of them and how we're playing. But I think it was a great opportunity for us not to have, an easy game, to go to Kentucky, to play at a place that we really haven't had a whole lot of success, at Memorial Coliseum, and to play with some focus and some fire and defend and move the ball like we moved the ball. I thought it was great to do that. And then Arkansas is a hard place to play as well, but I thought we did a great job of just focusing in on the task at hand.
Don, last night after that 4 overtime loss, Frank, just blaming himself partially for working the team too hard in practice. At this time of the year, how do you find the right mix of giving your ladies enough work but keeping them as fresh as possible for games?
You have to kind of look at them. I know when it's time to clock out. I know because, their attention spans aren't very, long. And I just go by them, and I go by a feel for it. And I think sometimes as coaches, we want to make sure we get everything in, and we want to fully prepare them for everything that they could see, when probably half of it is going in one ear and out the other because they can't hold it. I was here last night. I probably jinxed them a little bit because when we went up by 7, I said, let me go beat the crowd.
Oh,
Then
no.
I got home and I saw, the triple overtime, and then I saw the quadruple overtime, and I'm like, goodness. But it was a great game. They came back from 17 down, and sometimes it's like that. If it's gonna take, a team, another 20 minutes to beat you, that's hard. That's really, really hard.